I just realized my mic was muted. Oh gosh, you know what? There's this guy David Jaffe. I watch him live, and then he mutes his mic, and then everyone's like making fun of him, and then yeah. But this no, it's okay, guys. You do not have to redact what I have done. Let's see. It's actually supposed to where's that at? Actually, I didn't add it here, so let me do. No, this is good. I'm learning here, right? And we have a lot to talk about, so I don't have too much time to do all of this. And then if I do this and then that, but yeah, see, I love this. Can't hear. And Foster also pointed out that I was muted. That's funny. Yeah, baby steps. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Yannick. And then Will, this music is killing it. There is sound. Nice. Yeah, the song, again, I won't say anything until the end. Maybe someone can figure out what it comes from. I think it's something very obscure that I really like. And I love it how on YouTube you can find where there's like 15-minute like tracks of songs that are just awesome that play over and over. We're all learning. Yeah, this is quite the experience. You know, on one hand, it's easier for me to do these podcasts because I can do it live and then it's up. Whereas, you know, previously I'd have to record it and then I have to put it in the editor, edit it, get it prepared for uploading. This way, it does require me to do a lot of live, like hands-on, this and that. I have a computer here, I have a screen here, and I have to do all this stuff. But this definitely makes it a lot easier. I love the music. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like the music. I think it's awesome. It's awesome stuff. Okay, I'll give a hint. It's from a video game based on an anime. I'll do that. But yeah, really, okay, so for today's show, episode 30, there's some cool stuff to talk about. There's a lot of cool video game news when it comes to Gundam. And I'm going to jump into all of that. I always like to talk about the video game side of things. And I found this funny. It wasn't really, was it an article? It was just something on the internet that was talking about the worst Zeta Gundam episodes. And I'm kind of like, does that exist? Is there worst Zeta Gundam episodes? Sometimes when it comes to Double Zeta and Original Gundam, you can pick out an episode or two that might seem maybe unnecessary. I don't know. But with Zeta, I could not even think of something. I mean, when it came to Zeta, like every episode I just had to watch, right? But maybe there is a worst. It's almost like picking your favorite child, right? It doesn't really work that way. Mechanic missed the beginning. You know, no problem. This will be up again. And then, yeah, you can listen to it. And because I'm curious, Mechanic, you might be, you game quite a bit. You might be able to figure out what this is. Oh, yeah, I have to hit clear. So anyway, some other things I'm going to be talking about is a new high grade that was announced that looks awesome. And the mobile suit of the week is a pretty interesting one. I decided it was something I saw that I had in Battle Operation 2, and I was like, what is this mobile suit? I don't even know. I mean, don't get me started on G-Line. That's like a whole other thing of mobile suits I haven't looked into, but it'll be pretty interesting to see what you guys think. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I can kind of get started with all that screen share stuff. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, first of all, really just for updates, there's usually a few updates I like to make. One is, nothing Gundam related I got this week, but I moved the PS5 into the office, and that has actually given me more time to jump back into SD Generation Genesis. Also, it makes it really quick for me to jump into Battle Operation 2 when I need to. It's just because during the day I'm working. I'm, in the office, my, full-time job, regular job. And then every once in a while I have a little bit of time where I can just jump in, clear my mind, play some games. And SG Generation Genesis is amazing. And Will from Discord, huge help in kind of guiding me into how to play it. A lot of it is farming certain levels in order to get the capital I need to be able to upgrade my heroes, level them up so then I can move on. And then really understanding that the game is really focused on non-canon mobile suits and warships to use on the maps, when really I just wanted to use the stuff that's story-based. But it looks like it could take time, but you could develop your mobile suits to then use them. So I'll get to that part eventually. But other than that, I haven't really bought anything. I have so many things on pre-order. Sometimes it's like I don't really have the money to just buy extra things all the time. But so a couple things are, I think it was during this past week, the Yokohama RX-78 F100 review went up. Now, it was very interesting on that because I was curious why I had that name, and really, I guess I could have really did digging for that, and I didn't. But someone made a comment, and I might pull it up here a little later, had to do with it being, I guess, the name they gave it because it was from the wreckage or the remnants of the mobile suit. I guess maybe that is a canon thing then, if you think about it. People could think about the, what did they call the white mobile suit? I forget, they gave it a name. But they would go back, treasure it, grab. It reminds me of the beginning of Unicorn, when they're in that colony and they're looking at the old mobile suits, or the museum in F91. But yeah. And then what is the Big Ring? That's another one, because the Big Ring was some interesting new mobile weapon armor suit that was in the MS Igloo. And I thought it would just be really interesting to, obviously I'm going through the MS Igloo stuff, and I thought it'd be interesting to look at. And because things are live, I got to do something real quick, but here's that music. All right, sorry about that, but maybe there was some music playing. So yeah, if you heard that, maybe you can let me know. But anyway, the other video was the 800 sub winners giveaway, because it hit 800, and that was awesome. It's actually gone higher than it's 817, but I think it's because of the next video I'm about to talk about. But with that, the winners are announced there. And again, there's just another giveaway, because on that video, then go ahead and list something Gunpla related or Gundam related you'd like, and I would work on that for the giveaway. But also a Gunpla build contest. I'm going to get into the details here shortly. And then Namkai Bando, Bandai Namco, announced the SD Gundam Battle Alliance game, which looks great. Action RPG. Not a fan of the SD look. We'll get into that. But I did a little reaction trailer, and it's funny. Those things are what gets me the most views. They're actually kind of fun to do because they're really quick to do. And people will reply with comments that kind of help give me more context to certain things. So actually, it's awesome, because then I think I'm getting more people interested, seeing the channel, whatever. But yeah, that's it with really, I guess, sharing the videos from last week. Let me look at some comments here real quick. Let's see. Did you buy War in the Pocket, or did you stream it online somewhere? That's Geomar. I actually bought it. In fact, I did stream it when it first came out. I'm sorry. When I first got into Gundam, I was just looking to see, okay, where can I stream things? And it stinks that a lot of that stuff's not streamable, but War in the Pocket was on YouTube, and it actually might still be. But yeah, I just watched it on YouTube, and I was like, well, this is fantastic. And then I bought it on Blu-ray. Over time, again, these things are expensive, Blu-rays, to acquire it. And it's been, has it been over 2 years that I've been slowly acquiring Blu-rays of Gundam? So yeah, it'd be cool if they had that streaming somewhere, because that is an excellent way, I think, to get into Gundam, because it's such a great story, and it's short too. Yeah. And then we'll read, my wife hates watching me play SD. She enjoys the music from the game, but she always prefers I play GBO2. Yeah, it's a good point, because with SD, it's like this turn-based thing. And that is the one thing I like about SD, is that I can be doing other things. Like, again, I could be working, editing a video, doing other things. And now that I have the PS5 here in the office, I can kind of have that just sitting there. And I can just kind of do a couple turns, kind of figure out, what am I going to do to finish this map up? But no, I totally understand. And the music does kick, actually. I don't know if it's because it takes so long to play a map. And in the SD game, when you go to, attack another unit, you could choose to have it play out the animation or do the quick one. And I'll typically just do the quick one just to move on. But if I know it's going to trigger a cool song, like something with Amuro, I'll just go ahead and play the animation so it kicks in some cool music. So that's just a pretty cool thing. The one game I should have downloaded, but I missed out on. What was I talking about? Sorry, Zionic Shadow. Let's see. Same with the SD look, unless they're piloted by the like MS Saga or SRW series. Yes, speaking of Super Robot Wars, I think once I get through Genesis, I'm going to have to go to Super Robot Wars since I bought it on Steam. I haven't played it that much. And speaking of Steam, Lost Ark came out. That's that MMORPG. And, it's like an action RPG that's kind of MMO or whatever. And I don't play many games like that. I like action RPG games, but Lost Ark's actually pretty fun, I gotta say. GMR, I had found every other episode on Daily Motion. Couldn't find it on YouTube. Blu-ray it is. Yeah, and it could be that the YouTube one has been pulled down because even Victory Gundam was on YouTube. That's how I watched it. I haven't bought the Blu-ray yet because I'm going chronologically. And that will be actually very soon. And I really like Victory Gundam. Again, it's very interesting. That was another early one that when I first got into Gundam, it was the original, Zeta, War in the Pocket, and F91 and Victory were awesome. But it was things, Thunderbolt, even, and what I'm saying is like Thunderbolt, Unicorn, and Origin I couldn't get into, but I think it's because, especially narrative. I thought that was so bad. But once you get into the Gundam universe, UC universe, you can really get into it. And the thing though is, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, I still haven't really dived far into things outside of UC. I did start some G Gundam when the Gundam.info YouTube was posting it and actually enjoyed what I had watched so far. Wing, I started that and first episode, I was like, maybe later. What was the other one? There's Double O also. But here's something interesting I was just realizing last night. I've been watching Legend of the Galactic Heroes, right? Legend of Galactic Heroes, something like that. The 2018 version. And I really like it. I'm on like episode 20 or 21 now. And I think I'm going to enjoy things like Double O more. I'm starting to understand the way sometimes more in Japanese anime they build out the world. And I think that I'm going to appreciate it a lot more. Let's see. Yeah, Mechanic was saying something about watch the Unicorn OVA is much better than the TV series version. And I don't know which version I watched. Now that I like it and got back into it, I got the Blu-ray. No. I didn't get the Blu-ray. I think I watched it on Netflix. So I don't know if the Netflix is, because I think it's 6 episodes too. I don't know if that's the OVAs or the TV series. But now Unicorn's like awesome. And really, I've gone back to narrative, Unicorn, Thunderbolt, and they're all fantastic. Hey, you don't have to apologize for spamming chat. Not at all. Okay, so let's move on real quick. On the Discord, I want to do a Gunpla build contest. So the idea is in early April, I will select a winner based on just reactions, any reaction, just to see how many people are reacting, whether that's a thumbs up or whatever, to photos of people's Gunpla builds. And then so in early April, I'll pick one, send out a Gunpla kit that I have here. I forget what it's called. I feel bad because I forget what it's called. It has 4 legs. It was actually, I bought it for a previous giveaway winner. And when I bought it, I accidentally sent one to me. So then I had to rebuy it and send it to him. But I was like, I maybe should open this and build it. But I was like, no, that'd be another good giveaway. So that, I think I'm going to throw in some other like Gunpla related stuff too. I think that would be cool. So feel free, pass it around, let people know. I think it'd be cool to have something like that going on. And also, even though there's tons of Gunpla building communities out there, I'm not trying to, butt into that or anything, but it's just cool to have a cool group of people that you can, and we already do, where you could see like their skills, Santo Bell, Mech and Nick. There's a few others that will post their builds and like give some tips. So, that's always very helpful. Let's see. What is next? Oh yeah, I did that poll from the last podcast. Who's your favorite female pilot from early Gundam UC? Out of these, Sayla Mass was first, a Hamankaran second, and then Machine third. That seems reasonable. Ruloka from Double Zeta. I don't know how many people are familiar with her, but she's cool. And I like Fa Yuri too. The thing is, someone made a comment about where's 4 Mirasame, and really I'm limited to what I could put on there. I should actually add, or maybe I should add like cyber new types next. Like, who's your favorite cyber new type? Because those are very interesting characters, I think. And I mean, would the what was that guy's name? Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. The one from Narrative, the failed Char clone, would he be considered a cyber new type? He's a clone. Yeah, he would be. That would be a good one. And from that poll, in terms of actual piloting, I'd say Emma, but I do like Sayla a bit more from a story perspective. Makes sense. Really wish Sayla had been featured in more after 1 Year War UC. Yeah, that makes sense because we did see her combat prowess from the 1 Year War. Although it does say something, I guess, with a character that she didn't, continue down that path. But at least to see her more, I mean, we see her in Double Zeta, but not really much out of that. Let's see. Christina McKenzie. Come on, bro. She piloted a Gundam prototype designed for new type and had a better Starcrest level romance than the hack Shakespeare ever wrote. LOL. Shout out to Karen Joshua for being another early female Gundam pilot. Yeah, that's a good one. The MS team. I'll be jumping into that here shortly. But yeah, Christina McKenzie. It's like that. Man, there's just so many good stuff. So many good qualities about each early Gundam show, the characters. It's really hard to pick one. All right. She's not an early pilot, but I love Miss Cruz. Yeah, Marita Cruz. She's a good one. And kind of early because of play, but I didn't add her on here. So, and then Emma all the way. And then I like there not being as many female pilots, unlike some. It's more realistic. Women don't naturally have the emotional or testosterone drive to go fight in a war. And if they did, it would be like Stella, depressed, bipolar, and fighting with the mercy factor. I don't know if I really agree with that. And I think I replied saying like isn't it a woman is the highest sniper kills is a woman during World War II. I think it's just culture has kind of suppressed the potential for what women can achieve in different fields, especially in combat. Considering a lot of them, women weren't really allowed to. I think if things, were a little more even, I don't know. I don't want to get too political here, but equality for all, right? Zionic Shadow, Ruloka is number 1. The boy Sayla Mass, and Haman Sama. So, yeah, thanks everyone for contributing to the poll. So I'll have another one up with the cyber new types, because that would be an interesting one to dive into. Ruloka is a babe. Just, I don't know, her hair, how she dresses, and how she carries herself. And she has her own like starfighter. That's really awesome. Totally cool character in my opinion. All right, so here's some Gundam Battle Operation 2 news. So Stark Jagan has been released, and when I say released, it has been available to randomly get if you're lucky. Some people are luckier than me. I tend to not get these cool mobile suits when they first come out. And Ifrit Schneid for a limited supply drop. And then I guess celebrating over 4 million downloads, so there's a promotional campaign going on right now, and you can get some free stuff. I got a ton of free mobile suits today, but I think out of all of them, like only 3 I didn't have yet. So I was like, free 10 consecutive. and up to 20 plus 2, 3-star MS guaranteed. It's like I finally got the Zeta the other day, and then I got another Zeta. So I have a 600 and a 650 Zeta. It's like, okay, I finally get them. At least I have more options. But hey, if I'm doing 6 or 650, I'm going to be in my Rigacy custom because I either win or carry the team. I don't know what it is. I just won't do raid. Sorry, guys. And sorry as in I would love to do raid, but I'm not that good. And then special step up with super bonus. I mean, just a bunch of stuff they're doing. And yes, someone is showing off, I guess, the kind of the stats for it here, for the Stark Jagan that was released. So, yeah, cool information there. So, and more gaming news. And I have that trailer up, or the reaction trailer up on the YouTubes where I'm kind of watching it and then giving some initial impressions. Now, I didn't really read much more information into it, except I saw in the description action RPG. So I guess the idea being that luckily it's not turn-based, and it seems to not be just and I guess it could still be, I was thinking just like an online game, like just online. Here's just you go into a battle with 3 players and you fight against 3 or something. I don't know. Well, at first I was thinking, what is it, like an asymmetric multiplayer game where there's 3 teams? But it really just looks like it's a 3-player co-op action RPG, which if only they weren't super deformed, I would say this is just excellent. I love just any beat 'em up style Gundam. You know, even playing the Versus, the fighting game series, like that's just a fighting game, so it's kind of limited in what you're doing, but it's just fun to battle, right? And Battle Operation 2 is fun, but it's very ranged focus, even though you can have a focus on melee, but it's very tactical. And that's great, actually. That's what I want from a Gundam game. So it's good. And this reminds me of Gundam Breaker 3, except it probably just won't have the Gunpla building aspect, which I don't mind. It's more about leveling up your individual units, which I do like, because with Gundam Breaker, with all the options, I just never know what to do sometimes. It's like I need someone to hold my hand. There's some other things I saw when I was looking at this. Oh, I did not see this. So here's the upgrade screen for what's going on here. HP boost, melee range. Okay. So yeah, for hit points boosting, that's boosting around with your mobile suit's thrusters. So that could even be having to do with like dodging. I like the mechanic of dodging, especially in Gundam Battle Operations. So, and then there's melee, ranged, self-explanatory. So that is cool to see. Select up to limit, uncap. Let's see, and then it kind of shows physical cut rate, beam cut rate, boost. Okay, so I really like what we're seeing here in terms of stats. And man, this is a cool shot. These 3 characters, Big Zam's that guy back there. One thing is, I don't know if it's like instance based where you kind of drop in an area and then you just kind of fight, but it would be cool if it was like they had large exploration areas. I'm playing Lost Ark, and it actually is fun to kind of just travel around, fight as you go. In Gundam Breaker 3 kind of did that. I don't know. There's so much potential for these Gundam games here. Robert, I'm going to explain Happy 30th podcast. You started under 200 subs, and now look at you, Powerhouse. Yeah, I started with 0 subs. I'm just joking, but yeah. No, it is pretty awesome. This has been very exciting for me because, I'm like getting into Gundam still, and that looks cool. I'm going to show some Gunplas people built here in a second, but that's pretty cool. All right, so moving on. There's this. This was actually posted on the Discord, but a new high grade Hazel. I mean, look at that. Look at those arms. Okay, what did I do? Is it just one picture? No, there's multiple. Oh, just posting something else there, but it's kind of small, but check that out. Those hands are awesome. I love this sort of full armor. I mean, is there a name for something like this actually? Gigantic arm unit equipment. Hazel, Ozia. I wonder if there's like a specific name for what this is. Like it reminds me of like full armor. But it looks awesome how it has the he skipped leg day. That is pretty good. Yeah, I like that because it has kind of what we would see from those the Xeon or the Zeongs, you know, the Psychomu Xeon Gundams where they're or even the Psycho Gundam itself had the, you know, the finger lasers. I love that stuff. And they utilized very well in Thunderbolt. Let's see. Let's see. Check the Discord. I got a recommendation for you if you like the RPG element. Okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna check that out because I'll be hopping over there in a second. All right. So, is there a worse Zeta Gundam episode? I don't think so, and I really think this is just based on votes. So let's see. It only goes to 25. And I think, what, isn't there like 50 episodes or so? But, you know, I was going through these and I really couldn't pick out anything that stood out for me. I don't know if anyone else thinks so. But if we go up, we're starting to get to what people are voting to be, you know, like the worst, I guess. And that's what I'm wondering. Does number one mean, let's see, yeah, because it has the lowest stars. Even though we'll see some that have like 100 votes versus 43 votes. So I don't know how. Anyway, I don't really want to go by voting. I just think it's an interesting kind of discussion to have. Like, what are considered the worst episodes? In To Earth, this is an early one. And I could be because it focuses on Jared and he's kind of an annoying guy. But I kind of like his arc because him kind of coming off as, I don't know, kind of the bully guy, but he was a Titan and it kind of just fit everything. And then the Eyes of Sirocco, you know, I really like the stuff with Sirocco. Let's see. Hinken sends Rukawa to the Argama with 2 new weapons, the Methus and the G-Defensor. So, I mean, that would be a cool episode. So, I'm wondering, 51. Is that because it's the last episode? And Camille and all that. And then F for Equa, yeah. Yeah, you know, the Requa thing is interesting. And sometimes I think back and I like it more because she was a spy. She was a covert operative. And so I feel like when you put yourself in that position, you could be susceptible to maybe changing sides based on what's going on. And I find that very interesting with her. But it made you mad at the same time because of where the crew was, where the crew of the Argama was, and then just her flipping. Yeah, it was crazy. But, you know, real quick, I want to click on this best episode. So number 1. Oh, episode 50. Check that out. The best episode is episode 50. That is pretty interesting. Ooh, and then number 2 is Inside the Capsule. That is a good one. And then Hong Kong City. Yeah, I could just look at kind of what the title is and what the image is and get an idea. Let's see. Yeah, with 4. Yeah, these are good episodes, actually. Just going down this list. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I would say this is a good way if you wanted to kind of like watch Zeta again, even if you already watched it a whole lot. This is a good way to kind of get an idea of, and actually let me throw that in the chat. This is a good way to get, let's see, just to get an idea of some cool episodes to watch. Gassing Colony and blaming the AUG for being too late to stop her was pretty angering. Yeah, that's a good one. Abraham Lincoln. I'm glad Abraham Lincoln posts here. You would think one of the earlier presidents of the United States back then, would be, pretty knowledgeable. All right, so, hey, mobile suit of the week, the PMX 002 Bolinoak Salmon. I got to tell you, I didn't recognize this when I first saw it, and then I'm reading that it's in Zeta. It's in Zeta Gundam, so it's like I should be familiar with this guy. But it was piloted by Sarah, so that could explain why it wasn't too big of a deal to me, or I didn't remember it as much. That's pretty interesting. Sarah was, one of the Titans, right? And she was under Sirocco, and then Cat's son that and I forgot his name, that was falling for her and that whole thing. Oh yeah, and she got captured. I mean, she had a pretty cool arc on that. Abe, a new type. That's funny. Yeah. One of the earliest presidents happened to be a new type. Yeah, Zionic with the jokes. I like the whole old type glasses. I like that. That was a good one. Oh, so much easier to read. But anyway, let's get into this. So again, this is the Bolanoke Saman. Bolanoke Saman. Feel free to correct me. So the third mobile suit built by Paptimus Sirocco aboard the Jupiter, the Bolanoke, was a mobile suit designed as a seek and destroy unit. Because of this, it only had limited armament, but was equipped with powerful sensor systems in its head and forearms. The only fixed armament of the suit were 2 3-tube rocket launchers, which were mounted in the shoulders of the Bolanoke. Additional weaponry consisted of a single shield, which mounts beam sabers, beam tomahawk, beam guns, and a 2-finger pincer grappling unit. Okay, so 3-tube rocket launcher, a shield. Okay, so the shield was on the arm. That's where the pincers are. Okay. Getting vibes of... those shoulders are reminding me of something. What are they reminding me of? I don't know. It was a type of grunt suit from Unicorn. I don't know why. So beam saber, beam tomahawk. The shield includes an additional 2 beam sabers, which also serve as beam tomahawks when hand carried. That's pretty cool. And the beam guns. The beam sabers double as beam guns that are power rated at that 0.53 megawatts while stored in the front part of the shield. I gotta say, I might want to play around with this in Gundam Battle Operation 2 because I hadn't really looked at it much, but it is intriguing. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Zionic Shadow says, aka the bologna sandwich, we call that in GBO2. Oh, okay. That's funny. Bologna sandwich. I like that. Yeah, that's easy to say. That's funny. I'm gonna try using it when I get back in, and it's a raid. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense with how it's shield, the pinchers, and the beam sabers work. I think that's I'll have to try that out. Oh, but it's a raid, so I won't try it out with anyone else. I'll just kind of do it on my own. Special equipment and features. So there's a surveillance system, radome. Okay, that's kind of typical for some. Surveillance sensor systems, a pair mounted on the forearms. Okay, and some history. The Bolanoke, or bologna sandwich, was fielded in the last days of the Grips conflict, piloted by Sarah Zabirov. I've never tried saying her last name. Sarah used the suit in the Battle of Gate of Zidane and the battles against Axis, during which the Bolanoke Saman was damaged by Haman Karn's Q-blade. The Bolanoke Saman was destroyed when Cats, there we go. I was saying Cat's son, right? But it is Cats. Tried to kill Sirocco, only for Sarah to take the blast, killing her in the process. Yeah, that was kind of like, oh man, look at how he looked then. That's kind of sad if you think about it. Yeah, it's kind of like the early storyline of Hathaway, There's always that, and it's kind of funny. And it makes you wonder, was he a new type and Sarah, and then they had that attraction, the new type attraction, so. Anyway, yeah, not too much more about this suit. I think it served its purpose in Zeta Gundam. Oh, that looks cool. It has more of a camphor head to it. I guess that was maybe an original look, and that's the thing. The head is a little goofy, but it's just cool. It's cool to learn about these mobile suits that I never really heard of before. All right. You know what? I want to do something else. Do I want to do something else? Okay, so if you guys are interested, I want to try something out new. in the Discord, there is a call-in waiting room, and I want to try taking a call or two. It couldn't be too long. You know, I don't have too much time, but it would be cool to, if you have a question or comment or just want to mention something real quick, jump in. And then what I'll do is I'll then bring you in to the call-in. Now, a couple things, I don't know how much of a delay there is. So, or if you're listening and then I pull you in, I don't know how long that's going to take or anything. So I'm just bringing that up if you're interested, because I'm kind of getting, kind of near the end. I just want to bring up in the Discord, Uncle Tom with that fantastic looking unicorn. Very cool. And I believe this is the Robot Spirits. It just looks awesome. And if I'm mistaken and you built that, well, congratulations. And then Mechanic. So these two red guys, I don't know who they are. And then there's, I believe those are called Leos that are behind them. So I'm guessing this is a wing thing, maybe. Let's see. Oh, we've got someone that has called in. It's Buff Kitty. Hey, Buff Kitty, you there? Let's give Buff Kitty a second. Oh, no. Okay, Buff Kitty, you can come back. I think Mechanic. So that's the thing. Wait a minute. Do I have to do something where I have to, like, unmute? No, it's... oh, there we go. I think that's working now. So yeah, Buff Kitty, feel free to go back in that call-in waiting room. But hey, Mechanic, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. What's going on, man?
Not much.
Hey, what are those things called that were that you posted? The red guys, red cape.
So that is the Leo S. It is part of the G Unit side story from Gundam Wing.
Okay, well, good to know. Had no idea. You said you were working on something?
I'll just kind of sitting here fiddling around with a white paint pen and a black panel line marker, working on just sprucing up one of the many kits I have.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I tend to do that when I'm doing a podcast or listening to a podcast. I'll be working on something. Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Well, cool, man. Well, yeah, thanks for calling in. And again, I'm new to this call-in process, so this will be a work in progress. So I think, I don't know, do I kick you? Do I mute you? I don't know how that works.
I mean, I could just leave.
Yes, try. Well, yeah, try that. But yeah, thanks for calling in. I've got Mr. Kent is up next. Let me pull him in. Yeah, guys, this is a little awkward, but bear with me. This will be fun once I get it down.
Yo,
hey,
Adam.
What's going on, man?
Just had a bit of supper.
Oh, nice. What'd you eat?
I actually had a bit of a Mexican meal. Some fried meat, some tomatoes, onions, sour cream, and salsa in a tortilla.
Oh, that sounds good, actually. Yeah, down here in Texas, Tex-Mex is everywhere. So, hey, what's going on? Anything Gundam related you want to share?
Well, actually, I'm waiting to get permission from my parents to get a new Gunpla. Since I only have the Gunpla you sent me and the Gunpla that I built myself.
Oh, okay. Which one are you trying to build?
Well, I'd like to build the Windom from Gundam Seed to Destiny.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, once you build that, post that. I know you mentioned that you don't know if you'll have it to post, but yeah, that'd be cool if you were to post something you build. I'd be down.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. So,
yeah, what's up? Yeah, I don't want to make this awkward and leave you hanging, but no, thanks for joining. Yeah, and yeah, Buff Kitty, if you want to call back in and Mr. Kent, hey, how should I say your designation on Discord? Mr. Kentaries? Mr. Kentari?
Mr. Kentari.
Mr. Kentari. Okay.
33.
Okay, Mr. Kentari 33. All right, well, cool, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
All right, see you. Okay, that's cool. So a couple things I learned from that was I do have to have myself in the channel, and I have to have myself unmuted. So that's something I learned from that. And then yeah, that's the thing. It might be hard for people to understand how to leave when I'm doing this. What do I do that? Oh, okay. Disconnect. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, if anyone else wants to, feel free. I think, there's someone else that wanted to join. Let me get them over here because I know they want to be here. Come on, Buff Kitty. I know you're listening. Unless he decided he didn't want to. But anyway, while we wait for that, what I wanted to do real quick was, finish going through here. Shadow Swordmaster. Showing some cool stuff there. Hazel, Camphor, awesome. Don't know what that is. Isn't that the Jesta? And that is the, it looks like the Silver Bullet, is it? But it looks a little different. But that in the back, it looks like what I would think it is, but it's, from War in the Pocket. It looks a little different. Let's see. Looks like we got someone else that joined. Hey, what's up, Will? Oh, didn't work. Let me try that again. Hey, Will, what's going on? It could be something I'm doing. Who knows? And while we're doing that, Midnight Fenrir with the GPO2 FB, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Some reason it's not loading. But you can see that on the Discord if you'd like to. Huh? That's well disappointing. Let's see. Uncle Tom. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a seed thing, probably. Let's see. Oh, and this is from Uncle Tom, and that's something I'm not familiar with. I'm gonna assume seed. Really, if someone's showing off a model kit, if it's not UC, it's seed. So, yeah, Will, you there? Yeah, just let me know when you get your mic fixed. Let's see. Or some other ones. Okay, this is the work in progress Santo Bell is doing. This is a complete custom. It's the G Savior, and I love the way it's looking. He's actually using a 3D resin printer to print the parts, and he's actually creating them in a 3D program. It looks awesome. He's using the Gun Easy from Victory as the frame, which is probably right in line with the scale, some of the measurements, so that looks good. Oh, let's see. From Zionic, it's a dual Gundam Assault Shroud. Okay, thank you. You see? Okay, so this is pretty cool. This is also from Santo. Males Kenbu. but it looks cool. This is not Gundam, by the way, but it's a Bandai thing. Obviously, it's a plastic model. Looks like it has some of that Choban armor look, so that's pretty cool. What was some other stuff? Some, or things that are not from the community, so I didn't make that a big deal. But yeah, these are cool. Very cool. Oh, I like the panel lining, the way it's done there. That's pretty cool. Has a little bit of wear on it. That looks pretty neat. Yeah, I like the look of that with the wear and stuff. So, okay. That's that. So I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to check one more thing real quick, because I know Buff Kitty really wanted to join, and I bet he's listening to this. I'll let you guys in on a secret. Hold on. Buff Kitty is my youngest. And he was excited to be on, so. But yeah, comments. So, Robert with his sniping. Let's see. Matt Ralph threw it in the Discord, but I picked up the first 3 volumes of Gundam, the origin manga. Been loving it so far. The slight differences are cool, and the art is great. Also snagged the high-grade RX-78-2 and Sharzaki 2, going to build those with my kids. Awesome. Post them in the Discord. I'd like to see your take on that. Very cool. Rogue New Type. I saw a comment on Kakarot 197 video that said, in the origin timeline, the invasion of Jaburo happens before Operation Odessa, apparently. So I guess that the white base picked Slager up there like usual. So that's very interesting. So, origin is supposed to be canon, but does a few different things that I don't. And something I kind of think about is if it doesn't change. If it doesn't make any changes that impact characters, motivations, or the story going forward, there could be slight variations. Now, when we saw how Thunderbolt's mass producing, what was it? They're mass producing the Zeta Gundam? That's one's like, okay, well, no. But something like, I guess, the order of events, even if the things turn out the same, I guess it's okay. So thanks for that, Rogue New Type. SS, I like, that thing about the poll, so I'll skip that for now. Abraham Lincoln, you should do a most disliked character poll. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I'll do that eventually. I need to remember this. We're going to do the Cyber New Type, but that's going to come up because that's really good, because I bet you someone could come in here and explain why this shouldn't be a character to dislike, because even Riddy, I kind of disliked him, but then I kind of got to like him. I almost feel like it's almost, in a way, tragic, like an entitled tragicness. I don't know how to explain that, but I'll probably explain it someday. Hayaga Boy 22, I'm a grown man. This brought me to tears. Oh, yeah. War in the Pocket does that. The Boy, Salem Mass. Oh, yeah, that was from the poll. Oh, this one is lit. That was New and Bitter Zaku 2. Yeah, that's the poll. I love this game. Oh, yeah, when I was doing my test streaming, so I will probably stream. That's another thing I meant to bring up. So I'll probably be streaming Gundam Battle Operation 2 on the weekends, most likely Saturday. If anyone's interested in joining, I created a channel for that. I might need to do the thing where I lock it, and then anyone that's going to be playing, we can all be in the channel. The idea is so when I'm streaming, everyone that's talking will be on the stream, because I had some good Gundam conversations while we're playing. And I need to practice that, because I'm not usually good about playing and talking at the same time. I'm not good at talking and doing things at the same time. It's a lot of anxiety here, but if I practice, I get better at it. Let's see. Oh yeah, Trevor helped me out. I found a random antenna on the ground, and I was like, "What is this from?" I don't, because the robot spirits come with extra ones, and it's Zaku FC, and that nailed it. So that was hilarious. Hey bro, that's Michael Dan Stebine. What's your username on GBO2? It's actually Blue Gamer. That was the name of my YouTube channel, and then I changed it. But I have another YouTube channel that I do a lot of gaming stuff, but I don't really market it. I need to get back into that. But Blue Gamer is kind of the name I use for a lot of my gaming stuff. I even had a blog I started like in the late 90s called Blue Gamer. Later, I bought the domain bluegamer.net. And I blogged up until about the release of the Switch. And then I kind of like backed away from the online or internet gaming scene, like just talking gaming online, because I think it was just too much for me. I was getting out of playing games and just talking about games way too much. I don't know. Santo Bell, not a fan of the feet. They feel too small, but I don't mind the fake real look they gave both the figure and the life-sized MS as a whole. Shoutouts to Bandai Boston Dynamics. Took 10 years to go from slow and moving only with support robots to running, jumping, flipping, and completing obstacle courses. Bandai, make it really real, and while you're at it, real GBN, please. Now that's awesome. Gundam Battle Network, whatever that's called, Gundam Battle thing, a real life one. But yeah, to do that fast, I think the only reason Boston Dynamics was able to do that is because the U.S. military probably funds them so that we can fight UFOs. That's a conspiracy theory. Let's see. Xi Gundam, glad that the Yokohama Gundam Factory has been extended by a year. Yeah, I heard that too. I figured I would never go to see anything in Japan, but they extended it to a year. That gives me hope because I think they're not even letting people in. So, let's see. Rod Lopper, great review. Mechanic, congrats on BTFOing this record in only a month. If this keeps up, it'll pass feuds in no time. That would be amazing. What is the highest subscriber count channel that is Gundam related? And you know what? There's, on one hand, I really don't care really how many subscribers I have. It's just that will then enable me to unlock features that will then allow me to spend more time doing this and spend more time making higher quality videos. I want to have more time where I'm doing research. I'm doing multi-camera, longer videos. It's still shorter videos, but I think I can get to a point where if there's enough resources available to me, I can do a lot more, produce a lot more. Bleary, man, hearing the GM being said as GM makes me remember the days I used to call it that. Yeah, you know, it's weird. When I've got into Gundam, I would hear people on YouTube or whatever say Jim. And I was just like, okay, it's Jim. But then I'd watch episodes of Gundam where they call him a GM. So I'm like, look, I'm going to go with GM. But sometimes it slips. I say Jim. Mikhail Jacinto, those are GM Type C space type retcon to have been mass produced and have participated in a Baoa coup. Okay, so that's some great info, Mikhail. So this has to do with MS Igloo. During the Battle of Baoa coup, the Salamis class cruisers came in with mass-produced GMs, and I was curious what they were. I thought they were like the Space Command, so I researched it during the video on Wiki, and it didn't say it was an MS Igloo, but he's saying that they are the GM Type C space type, and they're just retconned to have been mass-produced. So that wasn't originally the case. So in older canon, the GM Type C space type were said to have only been produced in the very late stage of the 1 Year War and did not participate in any major battle. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense because then I need to go back and do this. This is actually a great idea. So there's that 0083 episode. Is it the first episode where Anna Velgato was at the Battle of Baoa coup? And I want to see what mobile suits we're seeing and map them out. Because I don't know if they were there or not there. That would be a good one. Actually, that needs a heart. I didn't do a heart. We'll read, hey, congrats to the winners. If I get lucky for the next raffle, I'd really love the opportunity to get my hands on a Zuda. Zuda would be good. I don't think I've even seen a Zuda. And yeah, I'm not going to read all of these, but thanks to everyone that's posting either congrats or, there's my brother from another mother, Mitch. He wants his own Gundam. Yeah, he's not even into Gundam. He's just a supporter. Okay, let's see. Rod Lopper, you should do a review about the recently new Gundam game announced, SD Gundam Battle Alliance. You know what, Rod? It is because of you that I first said I'm totally going to cover it on the podcast. But I was like, you know what? I should do a reaction. The people are asking for it. And that's one of my most successful videos I posted in a long time. Reaction videos, just do that. Monster Zach, congratulations to all winners. Congratulations for hitting 800. High grade or real grade would be, Barbados. Okay, yeah, that's that. Oh, it's Yoshi. Kind of gets a little weird, huh? It's a quote. I'm talking about the rest of MS Igloo, where, yeah, it does kind of get a little weird, and I'm going to talk about that. And he says, that's an understatement, and still probably one of the strangest plot points that still left me scratching my head, wondering what in the world were the writers thinking. Still, I look forward to your reaction review of the MS Igloo Federation episodes and see your thoughts on them. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that, because they are a little weird. Mechanic, 1 Gunpla per person, or can we submit multiple entries? I'm down with multiple entries, really, because there hasn't been any posts made yet, or maybe people are getting started. It could be something you've built recently. That's cool too, or something that is prized that you have that you've built and you're very proud of. I just want to kind of get the momentum going so I can do these regularly. That'd be fun. Santa Bell, well done to the winners. Look forward to the future of the channel. Thanks, mate. Clint would like the 00 Razor. Okay, we'll read. This looks like it could be a lot of fun. I'm curious as to why it is SD, as looking at the gameplay, this game could easily scale how popular is SD in the fandom. So that's interesting. Like, I would totally have loved it. Like, if it was to scale, I'd be like, this is amazing. This is excellent. But they went with SD, and my only thought of that could be they're just trying to appeal to a wider base. Younger kids could play it. And then I was thinking about, it reminds me of that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 that is Switch only. So that's very interesting. Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. And, there's the first 2 that are multi-platform, but this third one was only on Switch, and it's an amazing game, and it's an action RPG. You run around, level up your characters. So if it's made in that way, yeah, there's a lot of chats in the Discord. Sorry about that. But I'm thinking they're trying to, because they announced it for the Switch, right? And I think they're trying to get that audience, the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. And if it's anything like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 as an action RPG, it would be amazing. I mean, that's a really fun game, really good action RPG. Let's see. Santo Bell, Gunbreaker SD without the breaker. The SD GBA style games tend to have RPG elements like skill leveling. From memory, I actually played one. This one looks all right. Assuming that's gameplay we're seeing. Yeah, I didn't even know they existed until you guys brought it up. And then it was cool when we saw earlier that in the podcast, the stat screen. So it looks like they're far along in development. So I hope that comes out really soon. I Pack Lunches. That's a cool name. You probably saw it afterwards, but there's a little bit more info, a little bit more to the video that shows Mini Barbie, I guess the Barbados, which 100% secures my buy. I love the little guy. Or unless Mini Barbie is something else, I don't know. I searched that and it wasn't what I thought. Senpai Doom Guy, wish they had PvP, would love to relive the STGO memory. Oh, you might have more background on that. That's actually pretty cool. And then Robert and his sniping. Well, guys, I guess that will do it. Yeah, that's the end of... How long did I have that up there? That's all right. Yeah, I'm trying to click clear. Interesting. Well, you know what? Technical difficulties aside, this was a fun episode. I'll just remember to unmute. And if not, you guys will definitely remind me, as I've seen that is a common thing in other podcasts. But, this is fun doing it live. I still enjoy it. That call-in thing, I'm glad I got to test it out with you guys. That was really fun. I'll probably plan it, and I'll make it a little more structured where it will be based on a topic or a subject. I really just kind of wanted to test it out and see what it was like. But anyway, if you guys have any other comments or anything you want to bring up, yeah, just let me know. Please join the Discord and post what you have on there. And yeah, I guess, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll talk later. See you guys.